Don't annoy me.
And I can't make that problem. We should just cancel the show now. If I'm not allowed to annoy you, there's really no reason for us to do this show in the first place, Dan.
Okay.
Okay, like we're canceling the show. It's done. Well, it's been a ride.
We've almost run out of bad movies.
Hey, watching with Dan and Tony. Hey, watching with Dan and Tony. It's Hey Watching, yeah.
Welcome to Hey Watching with Dan and Tony. I'm Dan.
I'm Tony. I was waiting. I was like, should I jump in? This is an awkward silence. We don't love that.
I forgot my own cue. Oh, man. On this show, we watch a movie, then we talk about the movie. And this week, Tony got to pick a movie. And Tony, why don't you tell us a little bit about Drinky Lizard's movie that you picked?
Their name is Broken Lizard. They're one of the most famous comedic groups on the planet. It's a household name. Everybody knows Broken Lizard. So if you don't know, which you probably don't, Broken Lizard. Well, that's fun. Did you do any research about Broken Lizard?
Yeah, I read it a little bit.
Because their big thing was actually touring colleges. That was like the huge thing. And they came out with a movie called Puddle Cruiser, and they did a tour of college showing the movie around colleges, and it did pretty well. So then they got Super Troopers. Someone let them make Super Troopers, and the Super Troopers just blew up because Super Troopers is a perfect film. So then they followed up Super Troopers with Club Dread. And I'll be honest. So that's the movie we're doing today, Club Dread, which is Broken Lizard's third movie, even though a lot of the reviews are like, this is their second movie. That is wrong, and you are all idiots. This is their third movie. And I remember seeing it opening night at midnight in 2004, high off of Super Troopers. I'm pretty sure we watched Super Troopers earlier that day to like prep. We pre-gamed. And I have not seen it since that night, but I remember leaving that theater just furious, just so deflated, so mad. And I'm actually really glad that we're rewatching it because I am not nearly as mad at it as I was back then. But it is, in my opinion, a huge step down from Super Troopers because...
Well, you're not angry at it because we've watched amongst the most horrible movies of all time.
Some really bad stuff, yeah.
This is a bad movie, but it's not like...
It's not the worst movie in the world.
A couple people in the movie should have had their, should not have been allowed on screen again.
Should have had, their acting license revoked. Yeah, I can't wait to hear, you tipped that bit a little bit earlier, and I can't wait to hear your laundry list. Because for me, there's like one person in this movie that I was like, wow, it's really bad. But, he also directed it. So there's it's interesting. But yeah, no, I agree with you. And I think my thing is, my big takeaway from this movie, Club Dread, by the way, if you remember people, if you're just joining us, it's Club Dread.
Yeah.
My big takeaway is that it's neither funny enough nor scary enough to be a horror comedy. So it's just kind of, it's nothing to me,
I mean, I think I clocked in at about 1.5 jokes that landed for me.
That you liked?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it because there were several jokes that I enjoyed. The humor, the type of humor is very different from Super Troopers, but then also Beer Fest, which is the one they do after this, which is, you've seen Beer Fest. You like Beer Fest enough. Beer
Fest is about a group of friends who have to accomplish something. So automatically, automatically when you have friends, you can be shitting on your friends constantly, right? I'm assuming that's what happens. I saw the movie one time. I enjoyed it. I remember, I was like, it's a good comedy. This is a comedy. It's just, standard run-of-the-mill good comedy. Bunch of characters that all do their character things. You have a kind of absurd situation. You have... As I remember it, the people they were competing against were funny. They brought, the bad guys were funny, and it was a competition, and it was all straightforward. And you were like, okay, this is great. They had to overcome something, and the characters went through a thing. Yeah, I think by the nature of a slasher movie, there's no. First of all, you don't find out till the end why the person who's the killer is the killer. So we don't know that.
True. Yeah, always. Yeah.
Everyone else barely feels like they even know each other.
Yeah, I mean, so none of these characters who have supposedly been working together for years, other than Heffernan, they don't have a lot of like camaraderie. Like, so the whole thing, Super Troopers, is about a local state highway patrol unit. They're a tight-knit unit. Again, other than Heffernan, it doesn't really matter. But like, it's all fucking with each other, right? Like the whole movie is them like messing with each other whilst competing against the city police or whatever. I don't know. I don't know who was who. So like, it's fun, right? Like all of these guys know how to like push each other's buttons and they're messing, and you're just like, I would hang out with these guys. This is ridiculous. And then similar to what you just said with Griffiths, you put them in extreme situations and watch them act. This none of these people feel human, right?
No.
And that is by choice for some reason, but I would argue that's a bad choice because unless you're doing horror parody, which I feel like sometimes this movie skirts and then like comes back, and because it's never like it's not parody. It's like one of those things that people are like, oh, it's a love letter to horror movies, but it's also not really that because the horror is not very good. So these people who don't feel like humans going through an extreme situation, everything just feels like gobbledygook. You know, it's tough.
I mean, it should have just been they didn't, they're all into the partying or something, and each time person dies, they're like, oh well, exactly. Or something.
Yeah, sure.
You needed to mix up the premise in some way so that it isn't just that standard formula. Because we didn't watch the real I Know What You Did Last Summer, but in that one, they deserved it, right? They did something bad.
Wow, Dan. Listen, I mean, that's pretty rude.
Right?
I mean, they did was run over a guy with a car and then dump him in the ocean and leave him for dead.
Yeah.
Do they deserve it? I don't think so. They're so pretty.
They're
all so pretty. Dan.
I'm going to enjoy each time one of those people dies because they deserve it.
That is true. That is correct. You get your comeuppance. Beautiful people getting their comeuppance is what a horror movie is all about.
Yeah, make all of the characters in this thing just so terrible that we enjoy it.
Well, they are terrible, Dan, but not in the way you mean. They're not terrible people. They're just terrible characters.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the other thing is, I imagine they sat in a room and they're like, well, what are we going to do? We can't just be ourselves. We need to be like these wacky heightened things. And then they're like, yeah, you could be weird racist this thing and you could be weird racist that thing. And then the other characters, because they don't have that, will just not exist. It's like the guy that ends up being the killer is like the party police or something.
The fun police. Yeah.
You're like, I don't even know who this guy is. It's like all the secondary sort of characters, anybody could be interchanged with anybody and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
The only reason you know who's going to get killed in what order is that you're waiting for all the stars to die right at the end, right?
Well, yeah, stars, right?
Or the people who are part of the Drinky Lizard.
But but let's take a quick moment here because we're already a few minutes into the show, and I'm sad I haven't mentioned it yet. Bill Paxton.
Oh, Bill Paxton was good.
Is a legend, and he's so good in this movie. I miss him. He's great.
He's like one of the things that makes the movie decent.
Here's why, right? He is playing a character. Playing the Jimmy Buffett, the Burnout music. He's playing a character, but he plays the frickin' character. Like he plays the shit out of it, right?
Yeah.
You believe it. It's a big character, but done well and grounded, and we know it. We know that guy. We believe that guy. There are no other people in this movie where I'm like, hey, that's a real person. How is that possible? Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, because none of these people are actors. They're not actors.
Well, I mean,
they don't have any acting skills. Maybe they gained some later.
Hold on, time out though, because Super Troopers, they are good. That's why it's so shocking and jarring. When you watch Super Troopers and then Club Dread, you're like, why does in this movie they all feel like humans, and in this movie they all feel like caricatures of people?
Oh, because they were playing themselves in Super Troopers.
Probably close.
Yeah.
But, a little bit more hard-nosed.
Yeah, well, they can elevate. Any comedic person can elevate themselves, right? That's what every stand-up comic does, when they step out on stage. We just watched Amsterdam with Chris Rock. And I mean, I don't know that Chris Rock can never act, but right. I know like the Fargo season with him, I made it one episode and I turned it off because it was not, I didn't think it was good. But
then you take a Lethal Weapon 4 and he's brilliant. So it all makes sense. What you're saying makes sense.
Was he in Lethal Weapon 4?
Wow, Dan, of course he was. Yeah, he plays like Danny Glover's daughter's boyfriend or something like that.
Oh,
he's a new cop, Sergeant Butters, and he's dating the yeah, there's a whole dynamic. But he's he's good at it because he's just kind of being himself. So he's fine.
So, when you put him in Amsterdam and you're like, B30s guy, you're just like, wow, that's Chris Rock acting like a 30s guy.
Well, at least he tried to act like a 30s guy, unlike Washington, who just was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try. I'm going to be 2023.
So, I mean, this movie is a little like Amsterdam. It's people trying stuff.
Yeah,
and,
you're right.
And a director who's directing himself, it doesn't say to the dude, no, you are by far the worst of everyone.
The problem is if you're directing yourself, you can't be the guy that's like, time out. This character's not working at all. We got to go back to the drawing board because you're the director of the movie. So you're like, this shit's on fire. This shit is working, guys. I don't know. It's bad.
And they got so deep into it. They're like, well, we're going to lose that scene where he hits tennis balls that the bad guy like that would do something.
But he's not good at tennis. Like he doesn't hit the ball hard. Like if he was like drilling the guy and it was like actually hurting him a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if he was good at tennis, then I'd be like, okay,
hold on one second.
You can do the joke.
Hold on one second, Tony. You mean you and I could rewrite that scene in 1 second and make it a funny scene? What the funny scene would be is so our dude is a tennis pro. Is he Jamaican or something? I don't know what. It's horrible.
It's something. Is the answer.
He's like some Jamaican island dude. He's the tennis pro. He is chained to a bed, can't get away. Here comes the killer, right? The killer has a big machete, okay? He then reaches over and has his tennis racket and then hits a couple balls at the guy, and the guy then just comes in and kills. We actually don't even see it, but he comes in and kills it.
Again, that's something we'll talk about, yeah.
Okay. Instead, what we have is we start having him be effective, right? Have him be effective, and then
somebody fights back. That's crazy, Dan.
Yeah,
that's
someone is actually effective, and then our machete guy has to actually do something funny, like throw the knife or do something, or do something, pick up a dead body and use it as a shield. And he's like, oh no, I gotta try and do. There's 1,000 things you can do with that,
or. What you could do is just have him just kind of weakly hit the ball as if I'm playing tennis, because I'm a terrible tennis player, by the way. And then he just dies. So the whole point of him playing tennis, being the tennis instructor, leads to nothing.
Yeah.
It leads to a limp joke that does nothing.
And I mean, you could have set that up earlier. You could have done a whole scene where he has like this rocket serve and he's getting it past everybody, and everybody's like, they all leave sweat, whatever. You could actually do something comedic with this guy, as opposed to making him a bad caricature that's not good, not even good at what he does, and we don't even see what he does, and there's no reason for what he does except a weird lame setup where he is ineffective. You've got your character where you've made him completely ineffective. And they make him obsessed with the blonde girl. And I didn't even see any of that in the, it's like we could have hit that 10 times in the movie and we never hit it in the movie.
Well, and this is, I mean, I already disagree with the line of jokes, but it's weird that information comes out an hour 20 into the movie. Like if that's part of his character, if her thing is she sleeps with everyone on the island except for this guy, that's kind of got to be a running bit, right? Like that can't just come out randomly.
That's Act One joke. Movie. That's an Act One joke. Yeah.
So weird.
Get that joke out, and then we got to see how pathetic it is. We have other girls coming on to him, but he's obsessed with her. You know,
right? Just wants the one.
Yeah. And I mean, this movie is not going to spend any real amount of time trying to make us wonder who the killer is, right?
No, other than the intro where they like intro everybody as they get slighted, and then they give their name, and it's like, that's why he might be the killer. That's why he might be the killer. After that, they don't care. They're we'll just tell you later.
Yeah, they do kind of a weird thing where, they sort of slow it down and go, bam, 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 bam. And you're like, wait, who's mad at who? It's like we're not even sure who's mad at who.
Because we don't know anybody yet. We don't know what's going on. It's a weird way to start the movie.
Yeah, and then when we do find out it's the guy, he says it's one thing, and then they're like, well, that doesn't make sense. And they're like, oh, no, it's because this other thing.
It's something you don't know. It's something you've never heard of throughout the movie. You would have no idea it's happening. Like, it's...
And more importantly, not the tipping the bit, that guy couldn't act that scene.
Yeah, so, here's something that's interesting, right? He plays Rabbit in Super Troopers, and he is... in my opinion, the weakest of the group in Super Troopers.
Oh, in Super Troopers. Okay.
Yeah. And I agree. Like he kind of reaps for me, other than Jay, because woof, I can't even handle what Jay does.
Jay's
in this
doing
movie.
A caricature. And once you're trapped in that, you're never going to. Yeah. And the other guy that plays Juan is just about not as bad, but it's just as much of a caricature.
It's not as bad, but that character needs something other than an accent. Like that's their thing. Is like their whole character is just, well, this is a funny accent we could do.
Yes, people will laugh
because that's what character.
Because that's what they would do live. They'd go from being themselves to doing, I'm doing this guy, and everyone would be like, haha, he's doing a guy, and then he'd go on, and that's fine for a 3-minute sketch. Where they're going to laugh at that. But for a full movie,
I need to find out who that guy is. Like, what makes him funny? Because you can do... He's at least better at the accent than Jay is, right? Like, I mean, we can agree on that. But character depth, they're both zero, right?
Well, Jay has more... Too bad. Jay has a little more character depth. It just doesn't work.
Okay, sure. Well, if they would have started earlier, it might have. But the Penelope is still, it's a great joke that I enjoy. Okay, I will never say Penelope again in my entire life, I'm pretty sure.
That was funny. And that's the thing is, comedy is its addition. You have to get us into the movie so we like what's happening, so that when we laugh, we're like, oh, okay, I'm laughing because I like these people. Like with me, it's like, that Penelope was funny, but I didn't write that down as a joke that I laughed at. I probably did sort of laugh at it, but because it is a good joke and they run it through, and it's fine.
Yeah, they hit it a bunch.
They hit it fine, and you were like, if this was working, you could have killed with that.
If the rest of the movie is working, it just elevates your jokes that are already working, 100%.
Yes.
So Steve Lemmy, who plays Juan, and Heffernan are, in my opinion, they're the two strongest of the group, just in general, through everything I've seen them do.
The drug dealer Dave is pretty good. It was sort of an understated character, and he didn't have a lot to do, but
I think that's the difference.
When he was hurt about the uncle, his uncle.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, I buy this guy. I bought him.
He's
the whole
one of
way
the
through.
leads in Beer Fest.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so he's one of the brothers in Beer Fest, and he's also the romantic lead in Super Troopers. He's the one with like the love story. So I agree. He's just not my favorite. Like that, Steve. Sure. Yeah, Steve and Kevin are my two favorites. So the Juan was a bit of a letdown because I was like, you can do more than that. You can make that a real character. I'm quite sure, but. Regardless, Penelope, still funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was saying, but.
So let's start the movie. We're at Pleasure Island in Costa Rica. This is a resort. We're going to start with the first kill, and then we're going to go back an hour to when everyone arrives, and then sort of.
For no reason.
And then sort of set it up. I mean, I'm okay. It's fine.
I mean, you could say it's fine, but it's not, because it literally only takes us 5 minutes to get back to the part where they're getting killed in the background. And I was like, so really you just didn't want to start the movie by introducing the characters. Well, because they understand you have to have a kill to open a horror movie. Like that's that's the structure of a horror movie. But you don't do it in a clever or funny way. You do it in an awkward way. And I'm like, nope, you're missing it. You're missing the mark.
Yeah. So we have Rollo and Stacy. He's got weed. They're kind of making out. Then they're like, let's go someplace private. They go. There's a cemetery. He kicks over a tombstone, and you immediately go like, okay, here we have some disrespect. Blah blah blah.
Sure.
No
desecration.
They just kicked over a tombstone because that's what they wanted.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah. And you can't see stuff like that this early in a movie. And then have it mean absolutely nothing. Yeah. Then we have like he gets attacked by a monkey, which they did. They never even did it one other time. They mentioned it one other time, but it was funny-ish. This has to happen many more times.
Multiple times. Yes.
You have to have.
Although.
Sorry. You have to have people at the resort happening. It's got to be a whole thing. It's like
the monkey's got to be out of control.
It's funny. You've written something funny, and then you're just like, but we've thrown that away.
Abandon it immediately. But I do like the line, "Watch the hair, asshole." That made me laugh really hard.
Oh, to the monkey. Yeah. They go to this mausoleum where there's a sword, and then there's like a love totem that has a big penis. You're like, okay. Well, I guess another girl shows up. A blonde girl shows up. So he's got two girls. The girls start making out. The door shuts. It turns dark, and you're like, uh-oh. And then the one girl just opens the door. It's kind of funny.
It must have been the wind. Yeah.
They strip off. They're nude. You're like, oh, okay, there's going to be nudity. That's
cool movie.
The one girl's both the girls are on top of the guy, and the one girl starts licking on his ear, and then she stops. And this was the joke I actually laughed at. And he's like, "What is it? Too waxy?"
Too waxy?
Like, okay, that's a joke. That's a real joke. It's not. It's weird. It's weird, right? A lot of their stuff just turns into weird innuendo that just isn't funny because we're like, those people would all they would all say those things.
100%. Yeah, it's not. That's what it's never heightened enough for where these characters, like, if you're doing these characters crazy, they have to do things that are crazy, as opposed to like they act crazy, but they say relatively normal things, but they're not human. Obviously it's a thin line you have to walk, but they are way too far over the line.
Yeah, and the rude stuff isn't funny. It's just kind of rude and racy, and I'm like, it doesn't bother me. I just go like, whatever, but it's not funny. Like,
whatever. Talking
about her licking his earwax, that's weird. That's very strange.
It's weird. Yeah, it is.
Boom, 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 boom. He gets killed. The girls flee. They split up. The one girl almost goes over a cliff. Then the killer shows up behind her. She reaches out to his knife, cuts her hand on the knife, and falls to her death. I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah.
And then Stacy.
The two best death scenes are how they open the movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And then the other girl almost gets to the pool, and then he just kind of kills her.
Well, he decapitates her, and we get to watch the camera becomes her head POV.
Oh,
the thing swings, and the camera tumbles, and I was like, "That's a fun gag."
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's probably
camera
right.
Tumbles down, and then her body lands, and then gets dragged off. Very fun.
Oh.
Very fun. They don't do any more creative deaths throughout the entire movie. That's a big problem. That's a big, big problem for me.
They have they have the titles, and then we go 1 hour earlier. A ship arrives. We meet Jenny, the aerobics girl. Juan, who is Guy Putnam, who's the tennis guy.
He's the diver. He's the diving instructor.
Oh, he's a diving instructor. Yeah. Our new guy is Lars. He is a masseuse. We have Dave is the drugs guy. Sam is the fun police, also the killer. And then there's Carlos, who's just another guy. I really do not believe you can have a Juan and a Carlos in the same
Juan
movie.
Carlos.
Because I got so confused. It's because like one of them, Carlos's name, like last name starts with a J. So it's like, I was just like, wait, are these the same character? At one point I had to rewind to go like, wait, are these the same character? I'm like, no, they're not the same
are
character.
These people?
You know, it's like, you don't have another Hispanic guy when you have a guy playing a stereotypical Hispanic guy.
Yeah.
That just is weird. Then Coconut Pete, played by Bill Paxton, who's the owner and a singer.
Incredible.
We set up no cell phones and no strings attached. Okay.
Great. I love it. I'm in.
We have this random girl in a pink top who's lost on the road, and she gets scared by the aerobics girl who's dressed up as a gorilla. Oh, the pink top girl is Penelope, who I wrote is from Alaska, but she's also from Oral Roberts, which I believe is a religious school.
Oh, I didn't even understand that joke, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what the joke is. Well, I mean, it's an oral anal sort of joke.
Right, I got that part of the joke, but I was like, I don't actually know what Oral Roberts is, so I feel like I'm missing part of the joke, which I was, if it was a religious school.
I believe Oral Roberts is a religious school, and so I thought we were going to go down some weird lane with that, where she was a crazy religious person, but no, that's not. They kind of were setting up like she's going to be the killer, and then at a certain point, we find out that the only people being killed are the people that work there.
Yeah,
and then we make her one of them, which just also doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
why would the killer kill her? She has nothing to do with the group.
No, nothing to do with nothing. She's a gymnast.
And then we have Nat Faxon and this other guy macking on all the girls, and then they have like a weird role, and then like the whatchamacallit, the little Sam, what's his name with the curly hair, he's in here
his
too.
real name is Sam, right? Samm. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah.
He also one of the more professional comedians and delivers comic lines better than most of the
100%, because I mean that's what you do when you have funny lines. You hire someone funny to say them. You know what I mean? So my problem with I like Nat Faxon, right? Like we enjoy him.
He's funny.
Good deal. When did Sex Drive come out? Do you remember?
Gosh, Tony, I don't remember when Sex Drive came out.
Okay, not till 2008. So this movie did come first. Well, those two characters remind me a lot of the two boneheads from Sex Drive. They're like, you can see our dicks from space. And it's just the difference is staggering because Nat Faxon and the redheaded dude, who's also in Super Troopers, by the way, redheaded. So not Nat, but the other guy whose name I don't know. He's in Super Troopers. They don't actually say anything funny.
Nope, they just act like weird dudes.
There's no jokes, right? Like that's a great moment to just write some inappropriate jokes that are, and not that I'm saying you should write inappropriate jokes, but this is the time to do it because it's allowed because these characters are they're creeps.
You've got to make them creeps. So
this is your moment to be weird and creepy and make inappropriate jokes, and they don't.
Nope.
So those characters are nothing. Yep. Why are they in this movie?
For scene transitions?
100%, but imagine if they were also funny. I mean, that would be great.
It's almost like you could have taken some time to write some lines. You know, I mean, they do it, you know, oh, man, don't be gay, man, because they hug. And then, well, I
2004.
Or do that, right? Make the one guy gay.
But do it. Don't just do one little like, oh, we hugged, now don't be gay. Like if you want to be those homophobic yet gay dudes, you know, bros, do it hard.
Well, then,
do something.
3 beat it, you know, like this is the first time, the second time it gets closer, and then the third time they start making out. Boom.
Fourth time they beat their meat, you know, you just got to 3 beat the meat.
Yeah, thanks, Tony. 3 beat the meat. Okay, we transition. It's night. We're into club. We're doing the club thing. Lars meets Coconut Pete. He's in love with Coconut Pete. And immediately we know that he's not going to be the killer. Like we know he's not. We absolutely know he's not going to be the killer. And
yet they kind of try to do the 180 later. And it's like, what are you talking about?
We know he can't, you know, at some point, they go to his room and he has a, you know, collage where he's put his face over everybody. And we're just like, oh, that means he's not him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he loves him.
Yeah.
He adores him.
He adores him.
He wants to 3-beat the meat.
So he has to wear this sweater that's embarrassing, and they have like a little thing. He's like, I didn't want to wear it because it's hot. And then he makes him put it on anyways. And you're like,
and then we don't talk.
Then we don't ever do the sweater again. We have
right. What's the point?
If it's shameful, then he has to be shamed by the sweater.
And he should be wearing it for the rest of the movie then. And he should always be upset that he's still wearing the sweater. I haven't got a chance to change. Like I'm stuck in this fucking sweater.
Pete, when am I going to be able to stop wearing this sweater? Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to happen, but you got to do the thing. It's like, wow, that's the whole thing is they set up their opportunities in this. There's plenty of opportunities for comedy. They just choose to never go with any of them.
Don't follow through.
Yeah. Because they're moving.
I do like this scene with when Juan comes over to Pete and it's like, I got a girl. She saw your show, yada, yada, yada. And then he goes up to her and like pretends that he has the eidetic memory or whatever. Like, that's a great character moment. Really nice.
Yeah, the guy comes over and says that he was talking to a girl and she saw his concert at XXX. So Pete's able to come over and totally get with the girl by using this information. And I'm like, well, there's another setup, right? That's what this guy does.
Nothing.
We never do that again. Okay, that's not who he is. Okay, that's not who he is. And then Juan gets coupled with Penelope, who he calls Pinolope. And then I wrote, he's not funny right after he does all that.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's tough.
Tony's like, I love him so much.
I do like him a lot. I do. He's not good in the movie, but I like him a lot.
And then there's like this big fish tank. And then there's people having sex, not just having sex.
Yeah, they're just straight up doing it. Yeah,
they're having sex in it.
100%. Yeah, they're SEXing.
So they have a sex tank, which we fight in at the very end of the movie, but we never deal with the sex tank again. Sex tank, kind of a thing that you'd be like, we paid for that sex tank. Let's work the sex tank into our movie.
Let's use the sex tank. It's here. No. But they just set it up here so that when it happens later, you're not super confused. But
yeah,
you might as well hit it because it's funny.
It's weird. The character Carlos, who I don't know who that is, he's outside dealing with the trash. He hears something. It turns out to probably just be the monkey. Then Yu comes over there holding a knife. Yu is the Asian girl. And we sort of do her name is Yu, and we have one play on word scene about it, maybe after she's dead. And that's about it.
Because I think
it's
Juan comes in. He's like, you and someone are dead. And then
you and Hank are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, well, I haven't done anything. Why are you going to kill me? And he's like, no, you and Hank are dead. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Those are scenes that can be very effective if you've written something incredibly tight.
And if you've built up to it a little bit, other than just the fact that you're like, well, we named her you, so let's use it once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
She leaves, and then Carlos gets killed.
Yeah, poor Carlos.
Tony has a lot to say about Carlos's death.
I don't have much to say about any of the deaths other than the first two. Here's what I was trying to think of. This is a great time to talk about other horror comedies right now. I was trying to think of like really good horror comedies.
Okay.
And I came up with Shaun of the Dead. Great.
Yeah.
Very good movie. Freaky. That's a movie that I've enjoyed recently. That's a horror comedy. Love that.
Yep.
And both of those take the horror elements very seriously in their movie. Because that's how you make a good horror comedy. It needs to be funny and scary. It has to take it seriously. And this doesn't take either of them seriously. And it shows because they don't do any cool deaths.
You have to have huge stakes.
Yeah, sure. Stakes would be great. Cool deaths would be great. Just something fun. Be creative, Like the tumbling of the camera is nice. But you did that in the first 3 minutes. And now I have another 90 minutes to watch with zero cool deaths? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so.
Well, the other good comedy is, what is it? James Gunn's Squish? What's that movie called? Squirm?
Oh, Slither.
Slither.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
movie. Great movie.
100%.
Scary, horrifying, creepy,
Gross.
gross.
Yeah.
You know, there's some seriously like
Yeah.
you gotta. You know, it's like you're making a movie. Get fucked up. Go there. You know you're
Get fucked up, man.
you got nudity. You can do whatever you want. You don't care.
100%. This is rated R. We all know, guys. It's fine. You can go for it now.
So we go spend some time with Pete, and this one girl's like, they're at the campfire, and she's like, he does one song called "Ponytails and Cocktails," and then she's like,
yeah, this is good.
"Play Margaritaville." This is great, and he's all like, and everyone knows it's a problem. She does not realize it's a problem, and he's like, "No, you mean play Pina Colada Berg." And she's all like,
Pina
"No,
Colada Berg."
This is the best joke in the whole thing.
It's very good.
And then he goes on a tirade where he wrote Pina Colada Berg 7.5 years before Margaritaville.
Before Margaritaville's even on the map. Yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful bit that, goes nowhere and just ends. And
well, his is the one character that actually kind of goes somewhere because he feels he's going through something.
He hates his life. It's like, not hates it, but like it didn't go the way he planned. And they hit it nicely a couple of times. This is a great time. And then in the cooking scene later, when he's getting mad at the chefs, he's like, "What's the secret ingredient to my coconut paella?" Coconut. It's very good. He's great. He's wonderful. And then he just dies off screen, and it just pisses me off.
Oh, they did kill him off screen, didn't they?
Yep. He just falls into the frame. You're like, well, he's been dead for a while. Nope. Sorry. That's your best character. I need to see him die.
Then we do the Machete Mania story about Machete.
So this is my favorite part of the movie.
Phil. Oh, that's your favorite part? Well, why don't you talk about
it?
This
is my favorite part of the movie. Well, they're telling the local ghost legend about the guy who, I don't even remember exactly the story. He got, sad and mad and maybe rejected, so he cut off his own penis with a machete.
He kills a bunch of people, then cuts off his own penis.
And then you can hear him wandering around the jungle saying, "Where's my penis?" Which is great. And then Jay stands up with his pants down and his dingleberries tucked under. He's like, "And that boy was me." And which is fine, which is like a funny joke. Like, I giggled. But then Juan stands up, who's been telling the story. Was it Juan?
No, it was.
And
it's either Sam or Dave, either the drug dealer or the.
I think it was the drug dealer.
It's the drug dealer.
It's the drug dealer. Yes. So then after everyone leaves, he stands up and he had also tucked because that's his payoff. And he goes, "You're such an asshole."
Such an asshole.
Because he stole the tuck bit. And I thought that was very funny when they're both standing there tucked under. It's great.
That's a bit. These are two guys that know each other.
Yeah.
The guy fucked with the other guy. Boom. Yeah. This is what we're building on. No, we do not build them.
No building.
Next day, we do the Pina Colada Berg song to a montage of all the activities: diving, tennis, aerobicize, pool volleyball. Then we have the hedge maze Pac-Man game, which I really liked. Didn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but I want it to because it looks really fun.
Yeah, it's really funny. We should have set it up a little bit. But we don't.
Yeah.
So people are dressing as bananas and pears. Some guys dress as a pear. We don't know who that is. Juan's having sex in one of the rooms dressed as a pretzel.
Are there pretzels in Pac-Man?
Yeah.
There are. Okay. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've played OG Pac-Man, and I was like, why is the pretzel there if all the fruit's there?
But, it goes through a whole cycle where it's like banana, pear, apple, pretzel. Okay. Pretzel's absolutely one of them.
That game don't make any sense.
Yeah.
I love it.
The killer then puts on the pineapple, stalks the pear, and kills the pear, who's like some other character named Harry or something.
We don't know.
Who's on the board, but we have barely met.
Yeah.
Jenny goes to Lars's room. He's practicing traditional Chinese sword. Then he's able to just touch her on the lip to have her orgasm. That's one of them. Yeah. He has another one, which I thought was kind of funny. He pokes a guy somewhere and he just starts peeing. Leaky turtle. Yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah.
My problem with there was like the Heaven Center. I can't remember exactly what it was called. Heaven something.
Yeah, Heaven something.
Is when he does it, he like aggressively moves her lip over, and it's very weird and off-putting. And I liked that.
Yeah.
When she does it back to him in the callback at the end of the movie, she basically just like shushes him. Like she's gently touching. I want to see her like dig into his face and make it weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because honestly, like that move needs to be weird.
Yeah.
It needs to be a little like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, and now she's orgasmic. That's weird. And this is not weird. This is very normal. So I think that they missed an opportunity there to make it a little weirder. That's all.
Yeah, I mean that's actually he does that later. He does something else to the one girl, and then he does the peeing one. But it's a sort of interesting setup, and they do follow through with this. And but like you say, go further. Like the one thing they do with it, where he turns from fat to thin. It's just like really it's super weird.
But that does lead to one of my favorite jokes in the movie.
Oh, there it is.
Which is when he slides on, he makes himself thin, slides under, and she looks at him. She's like, "Why don't you just do that all the time?" And he goes, "Is that a fat joke?"
See, but that doesn't make
funny.
It's funny, but it doesn't make
any sense. But it's funny.
And then, boom! Here comes Carlos. He crashes into the building. So somehow the bad guy has got him up on a parachute, and then paraglided him into a building. Yeah. And then now's the point at which we realize things are going on, because they also find the dead pair. And then they write Naughty Cliff on there. There's this whole naughty thing that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's a song. It's one of Coconut Pete's songs.
Yeah. So, okay. And then, So then we all get together to decide what to do. Pete wants to keep it quiet. They look at the activity board, and we can see people's names crossed out, so we know who's dead and who's still alive. We also find out that there's no more boat, there's no phone, no radio. Boom. But we also know...
I do feel like we need to hit that board a few more times, you know, to keep tally of who's dying.
Yeah, it's just like a setup so that we know that the first three characters died because their bodies are missing.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, okay, this is all going down. But they're only going to be killing employees for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
Except a couple other people that they sort of randomly kill. I mean,
Penelope. Going after Penelope.
So now they're trying to... Hank, who's the head of security, he's going to try and find the guy because he's a badass. And when he gets killed, he's not a badass, and it doesn't make any sense.
He doesn't do anything. Doesn't do absolutely anything. He stands there and lets himself get cut in the throat. Real dumb.
Real dumb. So, boom. Here we go. We're going to have a party and try and look at everybody to figure out who's doing it. Then Lars and Jenny are going to search the rooms. She finds a dildo. Then,
why?
I don't know, Penelope finds...
They don't even really make a joke out of it.
Nope.
It's weird. That's weird.
Oh, look, a dildo. You're like, yeah.
That's not a joke. That just holding a dildo, not a joke. Maybe in 2004, I don't think so. I still don't think so. I don't know.
It's not a joke now.
Nope. Sure isn't.
Didn't survive the test of time.
Nope.
Oh my God, this movie, there's a lot more things. And yeah, so Penelope's continuing to hit on Juan. They're going to go out there. She's very sexually aggressive towards him, and he runs away from her. Why does he run away from her when she's sexually aggressive towards him? I don't know,
because that's not really the character we've seen so far, which is the guy who's like trying to have sex with all of the tourists.
And having sex with them. Yeah. I don't
understand. And he's doing it. He's not just trying, he's doing it so far. Yeah. But this one's, I guess, too forward. I don't know.
The search yields that the only thing interesting in the search is that the guy in 14 had a wooden Bible.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what that means. That's funny.
I don't know what it means either, but they said it. So obviously it's a joke that we don't understand.
So now we're out on the beach. Yu's out there with Hank. Here comes the killer. The killer's like coming towards him. Hank's like, I got this metal bar.
Just walking very slowly.
I've got a metal bar that I'm going to hit you with. The killer just slices his throat. The metal
Never
bar
lifts it up.
Never
Yeah.
swung towards this guy at all.
Nope. Not even a little bit.
Yu runs away, gets in a golf cart. The golf cart goes about 1 mile an hour, and the guy's like just walking beside.
Just walks in, and that's a good joke.
But that's a parody joke.
Correct. I agree with you, and that's why I'm saying, like, every once in a while this movie leans too far. I mean, listen, they don't know the tone of the movie they want. You know, I think that's pretty clear by now.
Yeah, we have this weird scene where Jenny's watching the tape of her aerobics show because she has like an aerobics show now. And then she hears something outside, and so she tries to lock the door, but can't lock the door. And then we're just cut to the next day.
Well, because you have to know that the lock doesn't work in her room, because later they have to say, oh, the lock doesn't work, or something like that.
Oh, so we have to have a whole scene that sets up that the lock in her room doesn't work. There it is.
Yeah.
So the next day, it just gets really weird because everyone's just like acting like everything's normal.
No, yeah, nothing's going on. Nobody's dying. Yeah.
Every time we transition to a new day, everybody's just like, well, I guess we're back at work and nothing bad could happen during the day as long as...
And then they're surprised again when something bad happens. It's very strange. These people have very short memories.
They figure out that the lyrics of one of the songs sort of has something to do with all of this.
Yeah.
They find dead Hank and Yu. Then it's the fashion show. And now they're starting to blame Lars. So we need to do a new plot thing. And the new plot thing is to say that Lars did it because it all began when he got there. Okay.
Yeah. But we already know it's not him.
We absolutely know it's not him. So that doesn't work.
So that doesn't work, right? Like, this isn't a misdirection at all. It's just a waste of time for the audience.
So Lars and Putnam go looking for the boats because all the boats are missing, and walk off down there. Jenny kisses Lars goodbye. Pete's making his paella. This weird scene where Pete's making his paella and the secret ingredient.
I love it, though.
And then we have two other workers that are like the cooks
that we don't know,
never see
and
again.
They don't come back. They don't get murdered. Like, I don't know.
You can't introduce other characters that work in this place if the only people getting killed in this movie are people that work in this place.
Very strange. But he does make me laugh in this scene when he's screaming and throwing stuff, and he's like, "Do you think? Who does he say? Eddie Money? Is it? You think Eddie Money has to deal with their stuff, or whoever he says? I don't know. It's funny."
So they think Penelope might be the killer, so they're going to have Juan have sex with her, and then they're going to sit in the closet. So they sit in the closet while the two of them have sex, and she does gymnastics, and they have sex.
It's cool. It's a cool scene.
I mean, it's a sex scene, so you got a sex scene in your movie.
It's a good one. It's pretty cool.
I mean, she's attractive, and he's laying there, and she's on top of him. There it is.
And he's laying there.
I'm sure he says a couple of things. Maya con Dios or something.
It's good. Yeah.
Then we have Lars and Putnam who aren't really searching for the boat. They're just sitting out there in a fire.
Yep.
And they argue about Jenny, and then Putnam puts a bag on his hair, and that was supposed to scare us that he was going to do something.
Yeah, like smother him with the bag or something. I don't know.
They look in Lars's room. They find the sword and the Shrine to Coconut Pete. And then Lars comes back. Oh, no. Lars is gone. Putnam flees.
Well, Putnam has like this dream.
Oh, no. This is the dream.
Yeah, which is, this whole scene is super weird, and I don't understand it.
Well, we just do a dream scene so that we can add some tension, like, oh, this is a thing that he's thinking might happen, and it's not. And then we're like, why did you just wait? Why anyone would waste your time with a dream scene?
Well, yeah, and then it gets even weirder because then he takes off the killer mask, and it's Putnam again. So he's like holding himself down, and he's like kind of sweet talking himself or something. It was really weird, Dan. It was really weird. That's all I got. It's not funny, and it's really weird, and I don't know why it's in the movie.
And the next morning, Lars comes back. He said he found the boat, but the propeller was broken, and that Putnam ran off into the forest. Why would he do that? Don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
Don't know. I don't know.
They lock up Lars because they're like, there's only one more night. So we set up, we only have to survive one more night of this movie and it will be over. So they lock up Lars in a room that has a big window that he can just crawl out easily.
Well, but they say he's too fat to crawl out of the window.
No, he's not. It's a gigantic window.
Not physically with how big the window actually is, but you have to buy into it, you know.
What are you talking about?
If they tell you he can't crawl out of it, you are supposed to believe them that he can't crawl out of it. That's how movies work, Dan. They tell you the rules, and then you got to follow the rules.
But if your eyes show you that there's like a big window that he can easily crawl out of, you're like, I don't understand any of this. It's night. Jenny's in the pool. Everyone leaves. Then there's someone in the pool. It's Sam, the nerd guy. And then here comes the bad guy. He throws a TV in there and electrocutes Sam.
Which I did not remember this happening, but remember that, what's that terrible It Follows, that piece of shit movie? That's how that movie ends too.
Think about, okay, Tony, let's slow this all down. We've talked about this movie a bunch and gone through a bunch of the plot. Yeah. The plot's terrible. It's horrible. It makes us want to die just even talking about it again.
Great.
Let's think about It Follows. That movie was great. That movie looked great.
No.
That movie looked great.
Looked great.
Looked great.
No. Let me tell you why it didn't look great. Because they are in a car. They're in a car, Dan, and there's a source of light coming from the heavens. There is no light anywhere. It is so pretentious and so stupid. Yeah, I mean, it looked great. It looked lovely. But this movie...
So it looked great.
This movie looks terrible.
They put a weird light in there, but it looks cool.
They put a weird light. It looks fine, but when you think about it, you're like, where's the light coming from? This is stupid.
The thing about a good movie like It Follows, which was a great movie.
It Follows is trash cinema. Trash.
Did I like that movie when we talked about it? I probably did.
I don't remember. I remember I liked the weird sex scene where like his mom is like tackling him naked. That's all I
Tony
really
likes
remember.
thinking about going home and a guy having sex with his mom, and he thinks that's pretty sexy. He's having sex with his mom, and
that is not what is sexy about it.
And she was old and goopy.
Old, sure, she's a mature woman, very beautiful, and she tackles him.
I think she had some slime on her too, didn't she? She transitioned.
That's okay. You can't drool a little bit, Dan? Jeez Louise, this guy.
That was not good. That was like alien slime shit going on there. Not good. But yeah, at the end of that one, that's their big plan to kill the monster, is to get it in the pool and then throw the TV in.
Yeah, all pretty dumb. Both equally dumb movies. I think we can all agree on that.
So once again, we do a thing and we kill Sam the nerd, and
Yeah.
Okay. So now the power's out, so they're gonna try to find Pete because he has the key to the generator. Juan appears. Dave appears. Dave finds a letter that talks about Juan being in prison. And they're all like, "What did you do? What did you do?" And we find out. Now we find out that Pete is dead. Pete's body crashes in through the window.
Right.
And we find out that Juan was in jail for having sex with a goat, but he did use a condom. Tell me how long you laughed when they said that he was in jail for having sex with a goat.
I'm still laughing, Dan. How about that? Because now I'm just trying to make this movie sound better than It Follows. All right, because this is your fault.
No, It Follows much better movie.
0 times.
Okay.
Because that's not a good joke. That's just dumb. That's just real.
That's just dumb. Figure something out. Come on. What are you doing here? Why can't you get something fun? That's my Biden impression. Come on, guys. Okay. What's going on here? Trying to run a country. You're doing.
That's good. That was really good.
Goat sex jokes. Yeah,
goat sex jokes.
Like what? Like, okay, Tony. There you go. Here's your first assignment as a member of Tepid Lizard. Write a better thing that he went to jail for.
And we think he's from Mexico, something, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Some Latin American company.
Lizard.
He had sex with a lizard?
Look at that. He had sex with a lizard. See, you're laughing because it's stupid.
He's like, I had sex with a Komodo dragon.
A Komodo dragon. Look at that. That's great.
It's a better joke.
That's gross. Sex is like,
wait, what? You had sex with a Komodo? Wait, where did you grow
bring it back later? Exactly. Like, how did? Okay, seriously. Where do you put it? Tell me where you put it.
Now, did you know? Was it a female Komodo dragon? How did you know?
See,
there's a bunch of jokes there.
Look
there's
at
that. A goat. You're just like,
and it's still very stupid. It's not a good joke. It's very stupid.
It's rude and weird, and you're just like, what? What? A Komodo dragon? I don't want to think about that.
I don't understand, but I have to.
Okay,
there it is.
Everyone. Oh, and then the one guy says Dave's the one who did it because his parents got killed. Did his parents get killed because of?
They were trampled to death at a Coconut Pete concert.
And then we find out that he's like, no. I love Coconut Pete. He just signed over the thing. Well, he was going to leave. Yes. What was the whole thing? And they were going to turn it into a bombing. See, that's the thing. They say some stuff like this that you're like, this works. And if I was liking this movie, I would have laughed at this.
Sure, but you're not.
Or if
I gather.
Or if they'd have lingered. That's the other thing is, I think a lot of the comedy they just throw it away. They're like, they were going to do this thing, and now we're getting on to the next thing as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So instead, he's given it to him because he's going on tour with like Eddie Money and the drummer from someplace.
Something. Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Good little joke. So he's like, I'm not the guy. Lars arrives and loses it. I don't know what that was about. How did he lose it?
Because Pete's dead. So he breaks down, crying, drops to his knees. Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. So they're set up that they're all going to stay in one room. You're like, okay, here we are. We're going to do the one room thing, and this is going to be interesting. Immediately, we are walking in the forest, and everyone goes in their own directions. Disperse. Come on, guys. Come on. You just wrote a line that something is going to happen. Is interesting. Yeah. I was watching the thing. The South Park guys just did their thing where they blew up Trump and did all their things. The stuff is just hilariously funny, and all the right people are getting all bent out of shape. And then somebody was talking about comedy, and they were like, "Yeah, the South Park guys do a whole thing where they're like, don't do yes and." I think they said don't do yes and, which
correct.
It's just not exactly what they're saying. They want but and therefore, right?
Yes.
Yes and just means don't deny what has come before. That's all yes and means. Yes and means just add more just continue to add more information that focuses on what it is that the situation is. And I can tell you, sure as hell, in every goddamn South Park scene, and that's yes and is for a scene. It's not for a movie. It's for a scene.
Right.
And every scene is built on yes and, where you're not denying the reality of the scene, and you're just building the scene until it's a scene, and then you figure out a way to get out. And then, but they say, but therefore, which is the way you build a movie, which helps you string together all these scenes into making sense.
Because the point is, this happens, and instead of, and then this happens, because that is technically can be separate. Their whole point is this happens, therefore, directly because this happened, this next scene has to happen. And that's how you connect scenes.
Yeah. And improv is not, and then. That is not what, actually, they will yell at you if you're just like, and then away, because you're getting away from the central premise, which is where you want to sit. You want to sit in that, you want to stay in that room, you want to keep doing that space work, and you want to understand what the situation is. And you don't want to deny it. I'm making pasta. No, you're not. You're making a carburetor. Okay, you've destroyed the scene.
Carbonara. I told you 10 times. It's carbonara.
And I'm making carbonara sauce. That's what I'm making pasta and I'm making carbonara sauce. Then we're going to throw them together and see what happens with our relationship.
It's going to be good.
But this
movie, love on the horizon.
This movie is and then.
Yeah, it is, unfortunately.
So they just all split up. Power comes back on, sort of. Dave goes back and starts DJing alone in his room and doing drugs.
So Dave has hooked himself up to the generator, the backup Jenny, without telling one. So he has power, and he's the only one with power.
I missed that. I did not hear that.
Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah.
He says that?
When he opens his door, he's like, well, I know where the generator is, and then turns on the power in his room. It's not really a joke. It's just like explaining why he has power so they can do the DJ head spinning joke.
Got it. So boom, he's got power. Lars and Jenny, then he gets killed. Wait, do we even see him get killed? We don't even see him get killed.
Because you don't. You pretty much don't see people get killed. You just see the aftermath. It's really smart. It's a great way to save money and uninteresting movies, It's really good.
And that's the other thing is, does anybody even have a line, like when they're getting killed?
Putnam said something, didn't he? Because, we're watching them hide in the bathroom, and he's kind of talking.
We haven't killed him yet.
No, I know, but I'm just...
Oh, okay, yeah.
You asked a question. Yes. I'm trying to answer to the best of my ability, Dave. Because other than that, no, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Other than the badass being like, well, I'm a badass, so I'm going to badass you, and then he gets cut and dies immediately.
So he says something
other than that, no.
That he then cannot follow up or back up at all.
Yeah. That's correct, yeah.
It's like he has to say, I'm a badass, and he's got to swing back, and he's all like, oh no, my minor league shoulder injury from playing, or whatever. you gotta do something. Yeah. You gotta. This is your chance to have.
Or you can just make him stand there. Or you stand there and take it like a man.
Jay's like, I don't want to do a lot of setups when I'm directing this. So just stand there and die.
Yeah. Don't move. We already lit you perfectly for the beach. You can't move at all.
Okay, so boom. Dave is dead. His head is on the thing going around. On the record player.
Yeah. We already did a beheading though, so think of something new, guys.
Okay, so they're in the bedroom. Jenny hides under the bed. Lars uses magic to shrink his belly. He hides under the bed. Somebody walks in. They see shoes. First of all, I mean, not that I pay any attention, but most people know what other people's shoes are.
Yeah,
you would know who it is from their shoes.
And I assume you would know Putnam's shoes for sure.
You would know
he's not wearing similar shoes to anyone else on this island. Let's be real.
You would have spent enough time with him. You would know. They handcuff. Oh, he finds handcuffs under there. He handcuffs his ankle to the thing.
To the bed.
Boom.
Yeah.
They come out. They find out it's Putnam. He's not the bad guy. The bad guy's coming. They go and then hide in a restroom, even though the bad guy would have seen them.
Yep. 100%.
Hide in a bathroom. Hide in the bathroom. Putnam hits balls at him and fails
miserably.
Just
barely hits him with the balls.
Boom, boom, boom.
There's one almost good joke. Putnam hits him in the balls. The bad guy hits him right in the genitalia, and there's like a ding sound.
Yes.
And he's like, I knew it. Machete Phil.
Oh, that's what it meant. Because
he cut off his own penis. Yeah.
So it's metal now?
I mean, I listen, Dan. All I know is what happens in the movie. I don't understand it.
Because I was like, oh, he's wearing armor of some sort.
Or like a nut cup or something. Yeah.
And I thought that maybe would point us towards who really did it, but it does not.
It doesn't. No.
He does throw the blade, kills him, I guess, and then they throw a bloody towel over the bathroom thing, because I guess he toweled off afterwards.
Yeah, he picked up the towel and then wiped himself off and then threw it over, and it got on his face, I guess. I don't know.
Everybody's now back in the club area. They're all partying.
Up in the club.
Then boom, they're getting blood in their drinks, and they turn on the lights, and all the bodies are hung everywhere in this room.
In the rafters, yeah.
Okay. Everyone freaks out. Our characters find Penelope. Juan is covered in blood. And then they sort of see Sam being killed. And so then you're like, well, of course it's Sam, because we sort of see him being killed. That was a pretty thing. They go to the mud bath. And then he's checking the mud baths by stabbing them. Boom, boom, boom. They pull Sam out. Sam is dead in the mud bath, they think. Then he stabs into the last one, and he's all like, or the massage guy is all like, run, I think he says.
Something like that, yeah.
And then, boom, it turns out that Sam is still alive because he can hold his breath for a certain amount of time for an unknowable reason. And he's got Lars in the headlock with the knife.
Yeah. All right. I say kill him.
Kill Lars?
Yeah, just slice his throat
but
right
he's
now.
The hero.
Let me see it.
He's the hero of the movie.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy about him. You know,
oh, really? He uses his massage voodoo on the guy, which sort of stops him, but sort of doesn't stop him.
He said that he's orgasming.
Oh, okay.
You must have missed that. He says, I can make him orgasm for another couple minutes. You guys run to safety. Something like that.
Why don't they just kill him?
Great question. He's basically paralyzed, right? From extreme pleasure.
Take his weapon and stick his weapon in him.
Dude, do anything. Literally do anything would be great.
But then, is this when he explains himself? No, they go somewhere else and he explains himself. Where did they go to explain? Went to maybe the office?
Yeah, it's when he comes. So they go back to the main club, and then he's drowning Penelope in the sex water, and then they break the glass, and he comes in, and then he gives his speech once they all get up, I think.
No, that happened.
Right?
No, we do the explanation now.
Oh, all right.
Well, somehow we do the explanation somewhere now, and we find out. First, we set it up that he killed Rollo because he didn't give him any of the grass, and they're all like, but that's not what happened, really, is it? And he's like, no.
He tells that story, and then he goes, oh, wait, no, that's not it. Actually, it's this. Yeah.
And the actually is this is that he was not going to get the island. I don't know that Pete ever promised him the island.
Why would that have ever happened? He's the fun police. That's not even like an important job. It's very strange.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. And then they run away, and then they get to the thing, and they're in the club area. He's drowning Penelope. They go and break the tank. And then as Sam gets up, they kill Sam by sticking him right through the middle with a gigantic knife, the machete. And they're all like, we've done it. And he says, the fun is done. They go outside. It's now daylight. There's bacchanalia. Everyone's just having sex, and it's crazy. And then, but Sam's alive, so they're going to lose him in the jungle. And then they get to the thing, and they have to cliff dive. And then what's his name? Juan says, but you have to make sure and clench your cheeks, or the water will go up your butthole and explode your intestines. So they all jump. They all do that, I suppose. And I think Penelope says, my butthole hurts or something.
It's the blonde girl says it. She comes up out of the water and she goes, ow, my asshole. Which is funny, but we were just told she would die. So she probably should have exploded when she hit the water. And then they all come up. She's in pieces. And he's like, should have clenched the asshole, something.
Or Penelope should have done. They should have blown up Penelope.
Something.
And then the killer jumps in.
Yeah.
Oh, they look down. They see the boat is down there.
The other boat, yeah.
So
got to go get the propeller.
So go get the propeller because, they just slide right off with your hands. You just unhand them.
Propellers are very easy to take on and off. They're very unsafe. So
they make the jump. They retrieve the prop, and then boom, they swim to the other boat. Then Juan appears, and we find out that he's been cut. And then he's all like to Penelope, he's like, before I go, I just want to kiss. And she's like, okay, I can give you a kiss. And then he's like, no, I want to see you two girls kiss. I was like, that's funny.
That's a good joke.
And if that was the character the whole time, it could have been really funny. Maybe the whole thing. He doesn't want to have just one girl. He has to have two girls. Okay,
he needs multiple partners. That great, good for you, bud.
Sam attacks. They rope him. He gets roped to the thing, and they drive a boat around, so he gets wrapped. And he still tries to grab them, and then they do it again. Then he breaks in half, and then he still attacks them again. I thought that was funny that he was attacking them without his legs.
This is like my favorite thing of the movie. This scene, but the rest of your kills need to fall in line with this.
Yes.
Because this is funny, but also intense because you're like, this guy's getting sawed in half. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And then he jumps out of the water like Jason, but he's only got half a body. Then they pick him up and he spins him around and throws him into the ocean. Like, it's funny and messed up. It's where everything needs to be. This scene is like what the level you need to start at.
Yep. And you could have said something at a certain point. He'd just be like, "I took a serum or something." Whatever, magic, whatever it is.
Sure,
he's unstoppable. Sure. Do something, because you can do that. It's a stupid horror movie, right? Because
there's no real rules in this movie.
When he was stabbed in the club, no human being could continue.
Nope.
So,
nope.
I don't know.
Absolutely not.
So, boom. Penelope, Jenny, and Lars survive. Lars and Jenny kiss. I think they already kissed, though, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, they kissed. She kissed him like goodbye earlier. I know that. I don't know. And then there you go. That's it. What a movie.
That's it, Tony. What a movie. I think we talked about it at the top. Slasher, very hard genre to make good.
Yeah,
very hard.
That's true.
Because it's not really a plot. Characters, they're just
but
running
Freaky
away.
Does a great job. Freaky is a slasher, and it does a wonderful job.
That they probably sit on a couple of characters, right?
I mean, they have real characters, and and the whole point is two of your characters swap places, and that only works if they have characters, because then when they're in each other's bodies, it's funny to watch them be the other person's character. Yeah. That's like the basis of, your entire plot hinges on the fact that you've made characters,
I find in movies, the plot hinges on making characters, right? Isn't that how movies work?
I think that's fair to say. Yeah, that sounds like good.
Just a lot of things happened. A lot of jokes went nowhere.
Yeah.
A lot of time wasted of killing too many. It's just like, it's like an Agatha Christie murder mystery that you're trying to do in an hour 40 or hour 50. And what do we have?
Yeah.
What was this thing? It was an hour 43. That's a tight amount of time.
Yeah. Also, when it takes me 2 attempts to watch your movie and it's only an hour 43, that's not a good sign.
How did it take you 2 attempts?
I stopped it. I started it last night, and I was like, I got to take a break. So then I finished it this morning.
Wow. Yeah. Your limping lizard just didn't cut it for you.
Limp.
I've got 2 broken legs. Well, we fixed your stupid movie. 21 years too late.
It is. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Anything else you want?
Are you going to watch Super Troopers?
I don't think so. This movie was terrible. Dan. I'll probably watch Beer Fest again.
Yeah, I'll probably watch Beer Fest again too. Let's be honest. I also need to see the new one, Quasi.
Yeah, go watch Quasi.
Or maybe it's on Hulu if anybody cares.
Maybe don't go watch Quasi, and we'll do it on this show because it's probably terrible.
That's it. You're probably right about that.
I was going to pick for next week. I was going to pick the Dukes of Hazzard movie because Jay went on to direct that.
Huh. Because that movie's not good.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's as bad as this one, but
Johnny Knoxville, right? Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott.
William Scott, yeah.
Who I love. I love him. He's great. Yeah, that movie wasn't very good.
But read the reviews, which is basically, it's a lot of car chases. There it is.
Yeah, sure.
So.
You don't want to critique car chases? Is that what you're saying, Dan? Come on.
Maybe in another year when we run out of other movies,
Okay. But all right. We'll save it.
I have to admit, I had to look around to find a good, bad movie because I was just like, it just feels like we've sort of shifted into this place where the same mistakes are just being, it's just like absolutely no characters.
That's almost a parable for being human, isn't it, Dan? I mean, that's what we do. We make the same mistakes over and over. History repeats itself.
I want more novel mistakes, like what was the Halle Berry movie where she's like has to make friends with the robot in her brain. You know, it's just like, what is happening? You know, I want like a central conceit that's a little tighter, right? Like this movie, there wasn't even a central conceit.
Well, I mean, you're right about that. That is true. I don't think that's always the case, but for this one specifically, yeah, that was definitely a problem.
You know, it's like, you know, I guess I'm tired of juggling 1,000 characters that I'm just like, does anybody really mean anything? And we're just going from like point A to point B, you know, just like with all these stupid people that I don't want to spend any time with. It's like you're giving me Anya Taylor-Joy and Rami Malek married, and I just want to spend no time with these people.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's an issue.
You know, it's like I go and, you know, the Queen's Gambit. Like I'll start watching that, and I did this, you know, maybe 6 months ago, and it's like, okay, now I have to watch the entire thing because there's so much.
Yeah, I gotta go.
So much. I just want to spend time with these fucked up, and these are not characters that you're like, I wish I had their lives. These are fucked up characters that are going through stuff. I want to be going through stuff with you. I don't want to be bored by you being murdered. It's like, oh, you're murdered.
You just made me choke on my water.
Oh, okay. I don't know why.
Woo.
Tony, how'd he die? It was me. It was death by podcast. Oh, well, somebody had to die by a podcast.
It's the best way to go out. I'm ready. Take me, Lord.
They'll make podcasts about our podcast, about the death of the podcast. And I'm going to go to jail. Oh, what a tragedy. I'll have time to work on my projects, though. If they give me paper.
Lots of time to write.
What was I watching where they wouldn't give the guy a piece of paper? Oh, I was watching I finished up the Black Mirror. Watched like 3 episodes of the Black Mirror. Finished that up. I just need a piece of paper. Don't give him a piece of paper.
Did he get his paper?
Yeah, that was a mistake. Shouldn't have given him a piece of paper.
Oh, boy.
He did like a QR code that ended the world.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad piece of paper.
I saw that coming. You okay, Tony? You want a towel? Get a towel off you.
I'm all right. I got tears running down my face.
Same,
can't breathe. It's fine.
Same amount of tears you shed when Hulk Hogan died. Whew.
Oh,
nobody cared. Nobody cared about that guy dying. Holy shit! It's like Ozzy Osbourne dies, and everybody's like, "We've lost the greatest man on the planet." Hulk Hogan dies, everybody's like, "Yeah, well, had to happen, I guess."
Well, The Rock did a tribute to him on one of the wrestling shows, so there you go.
Remember when we used to like The Rock? I thought he was cool. Pretty sad.
Well, he was cool for a while. It started in a Sean William Scott movie. That's when I fell in love with him. What is that movie called?
The Escape, the Hunt, the something. It's the Runaround, the Rundown.
There you go, The Rundown.
Did we do that movie? I feel like I watched that movie.
I don't think so because that movie's perfect.
It's not perfect movie, Tony.
Christopher Walken is great in that movie.
Oh, I kind of remember that. I must have watched that movie.
I mean, everybody should watch that movie. It's a fun movie.
I guess we're going to have to do the Big Monkey movie, Rampage. I don't know if I watched that one or not.
Rampage is manipulative.
We didn't watch that one.
Just be warned.
Oh, about animals? Animal manipulation? Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yep.
Movie. That's why I'm never going to watch Guardians 3.
Just don't ever do it.
So now we talk about something we like this week. I finished Black Mirror. Black Mirror's fine. No, I don't think any of the ones are ones I'm going to watch over and over again. Like the Miley Cyrus one, I watched that one. I love that one. And the other thing I watched is on the Disney Channel. I started watching Blackbeard's Ghost, which is a live action thing where the ghost of Blackbeard comes back to life in 1968. And helps the local track team, I think, win or something.
Wait. That went a very different direction than I thought you were going to go.
And they're trying to keep the criminals from taking Blackbeard's old house and tearing it down and building a casino.
The runners?
The
track team? Did you say track team?
Yeah, the track team. Because he's the track coach that comes to town. And then the ghost manifests. And I think he has to use the ghost because that's a classic Disney formula.
What are you talking about right now? This is great.
In the first Flubber, you got to make the basketball team win.
Sure. Yep. That's
in this
true.
one, I think they got to make the track team win.
I love it. That sounds great.
I'm
what was it
intrigued
called?
to
Blackbeard's Ghost?
Blackbeard's Ghost. I'm intrigued to how you use Blackbeard's Ghost to get the track team to win.
Doesn't make a lot of sense unless they're like running from a ghost.
Maybe he maybe just murders the entire other team.
Starts killing
kills
people.
them all.
Yeah.
See,
that'll do it.
They didn't let us make some
Disney
movies.
Plus.
This is a movie I want to see. What the kids are walking shell shocked into the thing. You're like, oh man, they must have lost the track meet. And the
gold medal,
and then
silver medal.
Then we look and they're just covered in blood. We see their face and we pan down. They're covered in blood. What happened? How did all the other teams die? Yes, this is what Blackbeard's Ghost. So
I'm in. This is a great movie.
But the thing I'm going to say about Blackbeard's Ghost is it's shot on sound stages. And so, like, they make it look like outdoors, but they have like these fake bushes, and then they shoot it. Then they shoot like night scenes, and so, but it also has this glaring, light on it, and it's this weird magical. It's like when you go do Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland, where you're like, it's so staged real, sort of almost, but then also so fake because of the lighting.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I loved it. Tony, what do you got for us?
Well, Dan, get ready. Hold on to your butts. You know what I'm saying?
Both my butts.
Let me just say, we are fully caught up on Love Island UK.
But that's not the bad one. The American one's the terrible one, right?
So, yeah, Love Island USA season, what is this, 7, I think? Yeah. 6 or 7. 7, I think, is what we're on. Is the worst season of Love Island ever created. And then we started the new season of Love Island UK because they overlap, which I think is a mistake. But, I mean, they can do whatever they want to do.
They don't care.
And it is delightful. We have watched 47 episodes in 1 week.
What? There's 47 episodes of the new season?
That is correct.
Is it every
it's not
day?
Even over yet.
I don't understand.
It is.
How is it 47 episodes?
6 days a week. It's 6 days a week, and they have 1 day off a week. But they also do what's called unseen bits and like a recap show called After Sun. So there's it's not always new content from the villa, but there's always something.
You watched 47 hours of a show?
Give or take, yeah, because some of them are over an hour. But yeah, we've been hitting it hard this week. Yeah, it's delightful.
Hold on a second.
You
watched 47 TV. Hours. That's
correct, and it's great TV.
That's like 6 hours a day.
Yeah. Is that bad? Is that what you're saying? I mean, listen, we've needed a palate cleanser after USA, which was just awful.
Is there that much of the USA one?
No, the USA one is way short. They're like around 30, I think, late 20s to 30s or something for their total run. Something like that.
What a waste. Okay, well, there you go. Love it. 47 episodes. Glorious.
Not a waste at all. It's a delightful show. Well, not the US. The USA one was a waste of time. Yeah.
So we're not doing Dukes of Hazzard next week.
Okay, we'll save it.
I looked at Vanilla Sky. We haven't done Vanilla Sky yet.
Oof, I don't think I've ever seen Vanilla Sky, so I don't know if I can handle it.
It's like Cameron Crowe, and I hated the one that was about his real life. So I'm like, I have to imagine him making up a thing not about his real life.
It's even worse.
Did we do a Cameron Crowe? We did a Cameron Crowe. I'm pretty sure.
Did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
I'm sure we've done a lot of movies, Stan.
So, I started doing that thing where you just type in a year and you're like, what's the worst movies of this year? What's the worst movies of that year?
For sure.
That's where I came up with this Vin Diesel classic.
I'm in. Talk to me.
Babylon AD.
What is that?
That's a Vin Diesel movie.
Hold on. No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. You haven't even seen it.
2008.
Yeah. 2008.
I have not seen this.
Neither have I.
Cool.
Yeah, so
I love it. God, I love Vin Diesel. It's good. We haven't seen a cool actor in a while.
Yeah. And I think this is the same plot as Barbed Wire. So there you go.
The Pam Anderson movie?
Classic.
Love that.
But I think he has to help some person from A to point B and everyone wants to kill them or something. It's one of those movies.
Cool. So, I love it. Babylon AD. Let's do this.
I'm expecting it to have a really good plot, really good characters,
That's a given. That's a given. It's Vin Diesel. I mean, he's going to give you character whether you want it or not, baby.
Anything else you want to talk about, Tony, before I tell them that they should subscribe and leave a comment? And I got one of my comments on YouTube highlighted on something.
What does that mean?
If you
I don't know
if
what
you
that
leave
means.
a good comment, the person whose video it is highlights it, and then it moves to the top and stays right at the top.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where can we all find your comment, Dan?
It was on there's this show called something. It's a show about comedy on the Vulture, and and it's the James Acaster episode. Yeah. So I wrote an insightful comment, and it got bumped up to the top. Now it has 100 likes.
Ooh, wow, look at you. That's more likes than this podcast has.
100. I'm 100.
Good for you.
I can get 100 likes when I want to.
Whoa. Shots fired.
I can't get 100 views on any of our videos, but I get 100 likes. Yeah. Yes. Sleepy Salamander. We love all their work.
They do have a movie called The Slammin' Salmon, which isn't that far off from Sleepy. What did you say?
Sleepy Salmon. Is this like something where they all have sex with fish or something? Probably.
It is about a fish. It's a restaurant movie, and there's definitely a salmon in it. Yeah,
there it is.
I don't remember it, but it's great.
Anything else to report, Tony?
I don't think so. We did a great job.
Yeah.
This episode was longer than I expected it to be.
Amazingly, a lot of things happened in the movie because they didn't really ever
not good things.
They didn't ever spend any time in any of the things to really make them into scenes. They were just like, it was
Penelope.
Well, Tony, guess it's now the time. Now we sing our goodbye song. Goodbye again until tomorrow.
Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. That was it. That was really good.
Okay.
Goodbye, everybody.